Hello, how are you doing today? It's good to have you at the other end of the world listening to this particular episode from Susan Beth'a. It's so exciting to be next to your ears, and I do hope you access one thing that pertains to life and godliness as you listen to through this episode. Today we'll talk about something quite exciting as always. Yes, every of our podcast episode has been something exciting to inform our life. I know in previous podcasts I've talked about your first job this, your first job that, but today I'm going to be walking us through how important it is. Your first job is beyond the salary. It shapes you. Everybody talks about getting a job, get started, get your hands to something, but very few people talk about what their first job did to them. Not just what their account balance is, not the way you wrote your CV, not what your LinkedIn title says. And to those of you that are interns and putting HR interns and putting HR expert on a LinkedIn profile, I think you should go remove it so that you know you need to get started. Like, let's do it the right way. It affects you, the way you think, your confidence, your discipline, your exposure to career, to that industry, your standards, your network, even your prayer life sometimes. The first job. Okay, let me talk about how my first job affected my prayer life. So after NYC, I got a job to work at a customer service, and it was a food line. So resumption was 7 and close of business was 7 p.m. That was a 12-hour shift, right? Restaurant, you know how restaurants run. They are Monday to night, kind of, and relax. And because I had to wake up early to get to work by 7, because when you're 1 minute late, you're going to lose 1,200 of your salary. It was that bad. So I woke up early, and most time we take prayer work to the office. Prayer work to the office. So it affected my prayer life. And when I get back, I'm exhausted. I just want to sleep. Yeah. That's by the way. So this podcast is for a lot of young Africans right now, especially Nigerians navigating final years, US internship, NYC, and life after school. You could be even out of the country and you're trying to navigate the gap year, your transition from previous career, school to work, or first degree to second degree. There's this pressure that clouds around you. You're trying to find your way in a terrible, thick traffic. Everybody could be confused, but most people pretend to be in charge. So I'm coming from a place of once confused and the little clarity that I've enjoyed in my career. So some people say, follow your passion, do something you're passionate about. Another say just start anywhere, get the first job, collect any job first, survive first. Well, somehow I used to say jokingly, you're leaving home for the first time, look for a job that fits you and get you a shelter over your head, blah blah blah. But life is more about the now. Life is more about the future. So some tell you remote tech is the future, get remote skill, build an app, do this, do that. They're all good. Oh, go into oil and gas. That's the big bang. You know, right? Everybody wants to work in Shell, Seplat, Chevron. Get into oil and gas. It's a good ambition, right? It all starts somewhere. And the loudest is leave the country, get your masters abroad, start your PhD. They're all beautiful plans, and I tell you that these people are well-meaning. They have good intentions. They just wanted you to get it right. They wanted you to have something they didn't have, and that's why the push is out there. But somewhere in the middle of all that noise, some of you are still trying to figure it out. You're like, what exactly should I be doing with my life? Oh, my friend is this. So today, let's talk honestly about the power of your first job. What it does to you, why intentionality matters, why internship matters, why staying long enough to grow matters. And yes, We'll take reference from the scriptures because surprisingly, the Bible has a lot to say about preparation, service, mentorship, work, and growth. Because so many people think that your destiny should be like a flashlight, like you should be soaring, flying. Yeah, but it's a journey. Your career destiny is a journey. You can crack it once and get it right, but it can be a journey that is evolving. First thing is, your first job trains your mind. And because it does, your first job is dangerous in two ways. It can either expand you or reduce you. Because the first environment where you work begins to shape what is normal, what is this should be the order of the day for you. If your first workplace teaches you excellence, structure, communication, leadership, accountability, you carry those things for years. Like it follows you through. But if your first workplace teaches laziness, mediocrity, gossip, shortcuts, lateness, no growth, you cannot consciously normalize dysfunctional work behavior. You are not even conscious of what is ideal. Seest thou a man diligent in his business, he shall stand before kings. Notice something. The scriptures didn't say, seest thou a talented man. It said diligent. So work ethics opens door talent cannot sustain. And many of us underestimate how much our first job trains us emotionally, professionally, morally, and even to be intelligent or excellent. If your first boss having somebody who pays attention to detail, it will be you may see, oh, this guy is toxic and life, but when you grow in your career and you have to lead people, you understand what it means to be excellent, because leadership flows up down. But that being said, your first toxic client may teach you emotional intelligence. Maybe somebody you are trying to attend to a customer and they screamed at you. It's already telling you that, oh, I'm supposed to be patient, supposed to listen. Your first mistake may teach humility. Your first presentation may teach you confidence. Your first salary may teach you financial responsibility or chaos. That first job is not just to work. It's not work as usual. It is a training ground, and I need you to start seeing it as that. And this is why you should stop looking at jobs solely through salary. Some jobs may pay well but reduce your future. Some jobs may pay little but expose you to rooms that alter your life forever. And sometimes your first job is your planting season. It's okay for you to want to feel like the big girl or the big boy that just arrived getting a good job well paid. But that is still where you plant. That's where you have to get your ass together. So I saw this play out in my life. Towards the end of my master's, during my first semester of master's, I got a role as a marketing intern in a growing tech firm. That was my actual first exposure into marketing. That was 2023. Thereabout, 2023. Before then, I'd done customer service, I'd taught in schools, I'd worked in international school, but that was different. The internship was remote and paid. Imagine that kind of combination. I know it's remote, nobody's paying me, not even stipend for data. I was not paid at all, but I was getting what I needed for a later career decision for my life. It lasted 3 months, but that 3 months stretched me because I was working full time as another company. I was working full time. I was on my master's, attending classes. I was going to work, and I was still interning with this company. So it exposed me. I saw I could juggle many balls at the same time, and it trained my mind differently. I did not even extend it because the learning curve was intense enough. But guess what happened that same year? By December, I got a full-time role with that same company in sales and marketing. Now, was it exactly the marketing plan I wanted? Not fully. It was more sales executive and marketing support. But I knew I needed the training. I knew that I needed that exposure. I knew I needed to understand that corporate communications, marketing from the inside out, not outside. You are working on pitch, project brief, you're trying to get clients, you're trying to get on discovery calls with them to make them see, okay, this is what our service will give to you, this is what you will get. I learned a lot in the process. And that experience became functional, and it was so foundational that I know God used it to prepare me for another role that I'm currently in. That first experience trained my thinking, my communication, my confidence. I had a very amazing team lead, so professional. So when I eventually got another permanent remote role, I wasn't entering as a complete beginner mentally. That internship already stretched my capacity, so I knew what I was getting into. I knew how to respond to emails, I knew how to talk to my boss and the likes. And the other part is, this might be a long podcast, but I need you to follow through. Internship is biblical. And one thing I wish more young people understand is this: internship is not punishment. Jokes apart, I'm still a mid-level manager, right? Mid-level or senior level manager that I am currently I still don't mind interning in a niche that I'm not good at, because I want to get better at it. Apprenticeship is not weakness. Submission to learning is not inferiority. What you don't know, you don't know. You can't act like you know it, especially in this age that we are. Once you don't know it, you don't know it. Even in scripture, mentorship and succession existed heavily. Before Elisha carried the mantle, he served Elijah. Holy Bible shows us something powerful. Elijah didn't just magically become a prophet. He followed through. Like he followed Elijah through. I understand the servitude that mentorship and comes with in my generation now. Mentors want to use up mentees and even make them redundant to themselves. No, I'm talking about that. You learn and you grow. Internship should cause you to learn and grow at the same time. If Elisha followed, he observed, he learned, he served. There are some career paths where you genuinely need an Elisha. There are some tech niches I see some friends into and I'm like, oh, what are those year 1, year 2 computer science students interested in this thing? They're already interning with us one. So by the time they are done with school, you are not just trying to find your path. You already get clarity. Okay, I want to be doing this kind of tech solution. This is what I want to be working with, and you know what it is, what it entails. And because of the way the corporate ladder looks like, you need proximity to certain things. You need to be exposed. You need somebody whose life has already solved problems you're still trying to understand. And sadly, this generation wants impact with that process. You want to be the 16 years old, 21 making millions process. It's possible you invent something or you solve something that gives you that kind of leverage. But process is consistent. It is reliable. It can be repeated to get the same result or a better result. We want stage without being seasoned or being trained. We want visibility without capacity. And that's why sometimes when people get to the stage, they are messing up big time. But many times, God develops people in hidden rooms before public platforms. Even Joshua served Moses before a leadership came. Like David served in the palace before he got to the throne. Jesus himself spent 30 years about preparing for his ministry. That a three and a half year ministry was prepared for in 30 years. Like he was an apprentice under his father, right? That was the son of a carpenter. Okay, but well, not so much was said about that. Preparation is biblical. It's not just let's do it anyhow. We have left those times when you do life anyhow. Now is not the time to do things anyhow in the hope that no. Okay, so let me share. My friend and I were trying to understand what our future could be financially and career-wise. That was towards the end of NYC. We have attended some courses and the likes. And so we were reading this book, 1 Minute Millionaire. And we decided to meet 2 millionaires. Then we looked into our circle and we knew 2 millionaires. Then we met with them. One, we traveled to Ogbomoso to meet the person. Another, we went to a far part in Ilorin to go meet the person. And we had an evening chat with the person. We asked questions. We talk about our career. My friend is more of an entrepreneur. She invents. She's creative. I'm more of this career ladder. I need to go in my career. So we went there. We asked questions, and I can tell you that decision has affected how we look at salary, how we look at how we make financial decisions. Because we had people who held us by the end, who told us opportunities to look into, who told us what to consider. And another way you can actually really train yourself is read books. Yes, read books. It is very important. While you're moving between a career transition to another, fuel your heart with knowledge that is relevant to your industry, to your life, to your career, to your growth. Do it like dangerously. And somehow, even while receiving that money, we already knew that this cannot be final picture. Okay, just imagine at that time, even after we met with this millionaire, they talked to us and like we did some ventures that we made money and they like, and we still had a 9 to 5, so to say, where we were earning 30,000, 40,000 naira. Then that was 2020. We finished service 2020. Yes, 2020. 30, 35,000, 40k, depending. That's what we're earning. But we knew that was not the future. That was not the final future. We read books about money, and one thing from that book, it encouraged us to meet people ahead of us. When you read book, see, you can read a book of 400 pages, and it's only one line that stayed with you. In that one Meet Millionaire, there were lots of things there, but Meet with a Millionaire each week was one action point we took out of it, and it helped us to see things differently. We were young, but we knew that we had ambitions that were beyond us. So intentionally, but those conversations saw the way we did a lot of things. It affected us. It helped us understand when the season was productive and where we were wasting time. So it is possible to waste years being comfortable, especially when the job is easy. No challenge, no growth, no stretching, just movements. You go to work in the morning, you come back in the evening. You just did the routine. You are not doing anything differently. You already know what to do to get your salary at the end of the month. There is no challenge and you're comfortable there. Okay. So it's just like, and slowly years disappear quietly. Like your data, right? You subscribe today, tomorrow, empty and ATS. Okay? That's why you need relationships, you need friendships, you need exposure. Some people are not just giving you advice. They care so much about your life that they don't want you to miss it. So when you get that privilege of internship, of mentorship, of friendship, for me, I think I'm grateful for friendship. Earlier this year, one of my friends, the same friend that read One Meet Millionaire, reached out to me. Oh, I read 12 week here. So then, are you going to read this? When you read this, let's do this together. That's intentional. So reading the book for me is like there's an action point we have to do together. I'm not just reading books to just add to my libraries, but it's to grow and get better. So the next thing, stop living your life to chances. This is one thing I need everybody. You're in school, you're out of school. I need you to pay attention to carefully. You can't do your life the way you do. Your relationship is even part of your life. You can't do your life the way maybe the way kids change diapers. You can't live your life to chances like that. You can't. Do not live your career to chance, please. Some of us are too passive with our future. We are just there. The passiveness is breaking. It's killing. Yeah, you studied engineering in school, but you want to go into project management, digital marketing. Get at it. Then move intentionally. Attend project management seminar. Go for networking events. Take online courses. Go to LinkedIn. That industry you want to work. Are you with me? Look for people that are working there. Strike a conversation with them. Check events those kind of people attend. And when you get there, pitch yourself. Learn your 1 minute elevator pitch. Learn it in 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Makes sense. Max 90 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Makes sense. Oh, this is this. I do this. I've done this for this, and this is how I want to scale. Have it. How do I put this in a way that is clear? Don't live your life to chances. What will be will not be if you don't make it be. Don't live your life to chances. Let's see what works. Don't see how it goes with any part of your life. Be damn intentional. Apply for entry-level opportunities there. I said it earlier. as like, oh, she's a manager, this, I still apply for entry level opportunity in niches of marketing and communication that it looks like I'm clear, so I don't have relevant experience in. I give myself to that thing because I know it will yield. Could need choice. So stop waiting for destiny to locate you while you're sleeping spiritually or professionally. Faith without movement is like, the way all of us are tired of motivational speaking. I don't just want to come here Sundays or any day of the week to just motivate you. I need you to receive instructions for life and godliness, something that spur you to your next phase. Many people want clarity without exploration, but clarity comes when you move. Clarity comes when you move. See, and the best time to apply for another job, especially if you are transitioning, is when you're in the current job. You have more confidence in your interviews. You're more confident that, okay, I just want to know what's up. You're able to negotiate. You're not under pressure to settle for anything. That being said, you won't always discover purpose by sitting in your room overthinking your processes and your life. Sometimes purpose reveals itself when you're trying things. And this is why your penultimate year, your final year, NYC period, transition gaps, career breaks are very important. It allows you to prepare for the next phase. And those seasons are the windows to grow. So use them well. Volunteer. Take internship seriously. Ask questions. Learn. And act out what you learn. Because one life becomes fully adulting, experimentation becomes harder. When you get to certain phases, you have a kid, you're married, you have kids, you have business. See, to experiment or take certain risks, it becomes very difficult because you have families to provide for, you have spouse to support. So now that you can take that risk, do it. And yes, I pray we all find supporting partners that still allow us take risk with our lives in the path that is clear for us when you start unfolding, even in marriage, even when life is expanding and more committed. See, I have had much without a stable job, so when I'm saying take all the time you have to learn by doing, I know what I'm saying. So then I had writing skills, so I was surviving with skills here and there. But deep down, I know that wasn't supposed to be like my permanent structure. That season taught me something powerful. Life can drift very quickly if you are not intentional. Career change is possible. Oh, I'm 35, I'm 40, I'm 50. No, life doesn't end there. I've taken time to read a lot of books and I realized that most of the businesses that are thriving now, the owner started old. KFC started old. Yeah. So there is no age bracket when you can rent or when you can invest in your life and get better for it. So your first reasonable life or career path or job or enterprise or business can start at a different age. Yeah, starting early allows you to make your mistake and grow through it, but don't put yourself in the age gap. And I hope companies stop doing that, because some people actually started at life late, not because they didn't want to start early. So why cap job roles that people can go through? That's just by the way. People online make it sound like switch career. Just switch career. It's not easy. Hey God, I know a friend with 3 kids switching careers, and it's demanding. It's not something. It's not swift. It's not swift and swift delivery. It's not. It is demanding. So switching careers require you starting again, learning again, networking again, taking lower pay again. It's not like you're starting a new career that you haven't experienced and want them to pay you what they paid you as a manager. It's more like you're starting all over. And so you need a company that gives you enough grace to go through those first seasons in another phase. So try to be intentional early. I'm not pressuring anybody, trust me. No, there's no pressure. And another thing you need to do is choose to grow where you are. I know this is going to be a long podcast, but you will need it. Choose to grow where you are. This part touched me deeply and personally, because at the point, I realized how easy it was for me to leave jobs, especially when it becomes uncomfortable. That role as a customer service, I worked there for 6 weeks. Yeah, I left because I got another job that was more aligned with my career path. Yeah, but see, don't be that person that is typing your resignation letter at the moment the yacht appear, pressure came, difficulty shows up. When they stop paying your salary, leave. When salary is delayed month in, month out, leave. The salary is delayed and it looks like businesses are still as usual. But I will encourage you to find your part out, because employers are employers. That's by the way. But if it is the kind of pressure that is preparing you for your next phase, it's giving you leadership opportunity, it's allowing you to. Do you know that? Okay, this is just an aside. Do you know that staying in a role as, okay, maybe you're an associate, you became a manager, and you're in that role for, let's say, 3 to 6 months, you're a manager. By virtue of being a manager or an executive lead in that capacity, automatically your next job is going to pay you better. So they just gave me a title, that promotion. If it is worth it and you're planning your way to a bigger direction, you may want to take it. But I think there should be a little increase to your previous salary share. This is to employers of people. Don't just add titles for people. Compensate. Increase the compensation as you increase the workload too. Well, so honestly, when young people today struggle with this, we are growing in a generation of speed. There is no patience. Everything is fast money, fast growth, fast visibility. So patience feels offensive. We are not patient. We want fast and we are not patient, and it's crazy. Boy, please hear this carefully. I'm not perfect, but I know we all need this. Not every discomfort means you should leave. Now let me balance this. If your workplace is toxic, damaging your mental health, destroying your dignity, abusive, affecting your moral standard, please protect yourself. You know what to do when you protect yourself. Yes. But if the job is healthy and stretching you, don't run too quickly. Choose growth, consistency, depth. That's staying power. To grow intentionally, please take advantage of it and grab it like your life depends on it. Yeah. See, I'm not going to. So after like 2 years after NYC, I told myself that I wasn't going to be jumping around emotionally and professionally. I'm going to learn. Except the odds are against me, the work is extremely toxic, and there's no way for me growing in it. That's when I'm out. But if the stretch is for me to grow, I'll stay put. And I've also created a level of accountability around me where my friends cannot be accountable. That Susan, you said you're going to be spending 1 year plus in this place. Have you done what you're supposed to do? Have you fulfilled that? It helps. That's staying power. I'm going to stay here I'm going to work in this company for 3 years and learn. So don't jump out the 3rd week or the 3rd month. If there's opportunity to learn and you're the one not learning, grab it and learn. So let us allow the stretch. Yeah, that's it. The standards will be different, the exposures will be different, the expectations will be different. But looking back now, I think it was worth it. For every place I've worked 6 months, 1 year, 1 year plus, it was intentional. I wanted to work there and I stayed put. You know when you say you want to work a place for 1.5 years and maybe the 8th month, the boss or the administrator decided to be very amazing. I know that I'm staying here because my work here is not done. Clarity. It helps. That experience shaped my professionalism heavily. And after that season, I made another decision for myself. I would no longer casually move around every few months unless there was a serious reason. So, stay, grow, learn the ropes, because transferable experience matters. When you truly learn somewhere, you carry value into your next role. Yeah. Communication skills is transferable. Leadership is transferable. System thinking is transferable. Being proactive and taking initiative is transferable. So, and many employers today are not just hiring your certificate anymore. What can you do? What have you done before? Can you do it here? Can you scale it here? So, whatever your hands find to do it with all your might. All your might. Not halfway, not carelessly, not anyhow. Excellence as a reward. Being excellent has a reward. So people can hear it in the way you speak, they can see it in your delivery, they can feel it in your consistency. There's a way people show up to work every day, they know what they are doing. They have a head on their shoulder that is correct. And this is some people working to everything, they are just coming to work to fulfill righteousness and just get the paycheck. The last but not the least, I'm trying to create a balance so that in any season you are in your career, you know what to do. You're not just like, I think I should do this. Censor where you are in your career journey, in your personal life, in your finances, and know what is next for you to do. Don't get too comfortable. Your current job, your first job can become comfort, especially if you are not naturally ambitious. You're not ambitious, you just like, this is not an insult. See, comfort is good. It's good. So sometimes last year, I was in a role and it was good. I was working remotely. Working remotely. That was not my first job. Okay, that was my first remote. No, that was my second remote job. But I was too comfortable. I was no longer growing. I already knew what I was supposed to do. Imagine what I was doing 8 hours before. In 3 to 4 hours, I was done with it. I needed challenge. I needed something to challenge me. And I knew my time was done. I had trained my team. I had trained the nest. So I knew my time there was up. I was supposed to leave, I think the June, but I was stalling because I was comfortable. I stalled around October before I left the job. But I was already too comfortable. I was not growing. There was no challenge, and I was not challenging myself. I had cleared KPIs in advance, and I needed challenges. So don't get too comfortable. Not everybody constantly wants disruption. Some people genuinely settle where they start. So if your first job places you on a path that is not aligned with your future, years can pass quietly without you knowing it. I remember some job can be so stable, familiar, comfortable enough for you to stay. It's your strength zone. There's no extra challenge and the likes. I knew I didn't want to remain there permanently. So even though I still love teaching and I know I'll return to it someday in some form, I also wanted exposure beyond where I currently was. So I wanted communication, I wanted marketing, I wanted corporate structures, I wanted growth. So do not become comfortable in a place that is no longer growing you. Please, do not become comfortable in a place that is no longer growing you. Don't sit there and just wait and just hope. Don't get comfortable. Comfort can be a soft prison and a very deadly poison. Please, don't become too comfortable in a place that is no longer growing you. Not every stable place is your final place. Some places are classrooms, some are transition, some are preparation. The question is, discern the difference. So if you're listening to me right now, maybe you're still in school, you're trying to navigate what business to do, which one to drop. Maybe you graduated, you jump on 10, you're in your career break, your career gap season, you're trying to find your next path, waffling in the middle of a lot of things. Here is what I want you to remember. Your first job is not just about survival. Your next job is not just about survival. It's about formation. We are still young. So when I was comfortable, then I said, so yes, you're just 20 something, right? Get your ass together. If you need to be in the particular corporate kind of structure by a certain age, you're not going to be doing this right now to get there. It's not possible. So get up. Okay. So the question is, what are you becoming where you are? What are you learning there? Who is holding you by the hands? What habits are you forming there? Some of us are hard to lead ourselves most times. But if you have somebody that is holding you by the hands and leading you, come on, please maximize it a big. What standards are shaping there? What future doors can open from there? And no, you don't need to have your whole life figured out immediately. Clarity comes when you move. Or you just got to a new city. You're looking for opportunity. Take your time through the journey. It may come unpaid, it may come with lesser salary, but what is it doing to your mind? What is the exposure it is giving to you? Even people that look certain are still figuring things out quietly. I would say they're like, yeah, Susan, she knows what she's doing. I really wish you knew, or you know, or you are knowing that there are still quite a number of things I'm still figuring out. But I'm not encouraging anybody to live accidentally. What will be will not be if you do not make it be. So move prayerfully, move intentionally, more curiously. In all your ways, acknowledge the Lord, and He will direct your path. God directs paths, for people still work. God will direct you, but you have to do the working. And honestly, the older I grow, the more I realize something striking. You can only truly find yourself in God. I'm not trying to sound cliche, I'm not trying to sound pastoral, I'm not trying to sound like a church girl. Well, I'm a church girl for what it is. But you can only find yourself in God, not what is in vogue, not what everybody's doing this kind of job now. Everybody's no, that's not how you grow. I'm sorry to this, that is not how you grow. It isn't how you grow. You're not going to go in the pressure, in comparison. In God, that's where you find yourself. Because purpose is clearer in the presence of the one who designed you. There's a moment in scripture that has always stayed with me deeply. When Paul encountered Jesus, one of the first things he asked was, Lord, what would you have me do? So, regardless of where you are right now, your first question should be, what are other people doing? No, not what is in book. What will you have me do? Why was I even created? Why was I born? Why am I here? Why is this happening to me? Why am I in this season? Because those kind of questions takes you closer to where you ought to be. Some people look successful, but they are internally confused. And the easier way out is finding alignment with your maker. And through Jesus, God has made a relationship with Him possible. So, maybe you're listening today and you've been trying to figure out life entirely by yourself. Career, purpose, your marriage, your identity, direction. You're tired, confused. Let's not lie. You're restless. You go from one place to another. You are not even clear on what to do. This is the reminder you need that God is still calling people lovingly, gently into purpose. I'm not talking about doing church. I'm saying a relationship or purpose that is clear. And so today, beyond your jobs, the careers, internship, maybe the first step for you is you surrendering your life to Jesus and allowing God to lead your path fully. Because God has something to say. And God has a plan for your life. If you're at the other end and this is you, I want you to say this after me. Lord Jesus, I have tried to do it my own way. Like I've tried to do it my own way. I'm here and I need you. Thank you for Jesus. Thank you for his sacrifices. Lord, accept me and lead me. Lead me in the path of righteousness for your name's sake. And bring me right into the center of your will. Thank you, Jesus, because you died for me. And thank you because my name is in the book of life. If you've said this prayer, I'm so excited for you. Welcome to Purpose. If you have questions, you have conversations you would like to have with me, please feel free to reach out in the email added to the captions of this podcast, and let's talk more. Welcome to the family. Welcome to Purpose. Welcome to Clarity. And if you have questions around everything that we've talked about today, please feel free to reach out and I will be your friend. Thank you. Thank you. See you next time on another episode of Sunday podcast or weekly podcast with SB or monthly podcast or monthly podcast with SB. Love you. Bye.